Hello everybody, welcome back to Drop Duchy as we start a new run here today on hard with the Republic to get lots of cash for rerolling stuff. The Steam page, if you head on over there, as I lower that in my headphones slightly, has had a new developer log posted there where they have discussed what is going to happen with regards to the third area of the game, as well as now I have to try and talk and play video games at the same time, which is going to go really well, I am sure. Yeah, so in the opening area with the... where are we going to put everything here? Oh boy, oh boy. It's going to matter on when do we get the downtown. It's going to be real important here, isn't it? What was I saying? The developers have written up about the third terrain type being... There's downtown. Good. Love to see it. You have two range, don't you? So I can do this. That's not downtown. That's just a neighborhood. Ah. Oh god, this is going terribly. Alright, I'm going to do this because it gives us a bunch of wood and gives me spaces to play other things. But, as I've been trying to say, in the early game, there is... Oh, why did I do that and not that? There's grass, there's forest, and there's rivers. And then, after defeating the wall, is the introduction of mountains. But on top of that, there will also be the elimination of one of the environment types. So the player gets to choose what they want to eliminate to help decide how their build is going and what they're going to need more or less of. So as the builds continue, there's going to be... Oh god. This has not gone well. I should have done the twofer down to the gap. Let me read over here. So as you may have noticed in the demo, there are fewer pieces of where there are more terrains on a grid. Simple maths, really. That is the normal intended way to play the game, but it raises questions. How do you introduce more terrains without breaking the game's balance? Our solution is to let the player choose which terrain to keep or eliminate at the end of each act. So after you defeat the wall, you can eliminate either mountains, rivers, forests, or grasslands, which is very intriguing. I think I'm just going to take another downtown here. 42 civilians is really bad. That is really, really terrible start from me today. Not getting any... Tetrises probably hurt us quite badly there. Now, for military buildings, we don't get to reroll these, which is a shame. I'm going to go with a barracks, I think. Nice and strong with our cash generation. And I'm just going to go the peaceful region. We take our other downtown. Don't have enough for the barracks. We don't need the barracks right now. So this will be fine. So yeah, as you build up your strategy through the course of a run... That's not where I wanted to put that, but my thumb got in there faster before my other finger. Because I'm just so good at video game. Let's put that there. It's a very big forest. Is that all of our forests up front? Because it feels like it is. Can I get another line piece, please? I would very much like another line piece. Yeah, so rather than having to navigate having all of the different terrain types all at once, we'll get to manipulate what we have through the end of a run, which is going to be a very interesting time. Let's do that there. And we can get a little Tetris going on the left in a second, which would be nice. Let's stick that in there. And here, I think. Trying to get as many units as I can. We actually get an extra long piece in this one. There's just hundreds and hundreds of citizens. It's a shame we can't get two of that type to fill in this gap. We're only going to get one of those lines, but that's fine. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting prioritizing what you're going to upgrade in the late game by what type of resources you make unavailable to yourself. All right, it's time to do some re-rolling. You're not seeing the unit I want, unfortunately. Let's go. Do we want wheat or do we want wood? I think we want wheat connected to our neighborhood. And then we're just going to have a huge amount of upgrading here. Take the cash first. And then after that, let's go. Let's go garrison 10. And then upgrade a third time. And play against forests, I guess. And this market we can upgrade for 200 wood. Why not? Except, you know what I've gone and done? Well, let's go here and get a bunch of gold, because we need gold to buy more available tiles while we're in encounters. I forgot that bit. Wheat for wood, cash for wheat. I want the cash, though. We could no trade. It's not very exciting, but hey. Let's do this hostile region. Get those in. All right. An early downtown is interesting to me, for sure. Then that's my lumber camp. Their siege camp can just go away for now. I think this is going to work out quite nicely for a few moves here. Right, market needs to be connected to neighborhoods. But we have another downtown about to come. So I'm going to stick that there. Then you can join that together. Huge wheat growth. Let's stick that up right there. Because then we're only losing one spot of unused land. I hope to find our belfry reasonably soon. Again, massive gains. Basically, that tile there, I really want to be our thing whose name I cannot remember. Belfry. Right, that's not going to eliminate everything from there because there isn't any of those. Oh, rude. I really didn't expect that to work that way mechanically. I must be honest. How do I best want to do this? That there, that there, that there. And that there, I think, gets us the most lines. Ah, wonderful. Alright, axes into swords. Then... they're all axes, so... what we want to do is we want our swords to become axes. Wait. They don't have swords. I have swords. Yeah, so we want to do that. So the last two dev updates that are going to come, devlogs, are going to be on the last faction called the Order and the advanced mechanics modes and content. So may read those, may skip them so that I'm more surprised when we come to more stuff. Training camp, is that the one I need? I think it is. Send 8 to each aligned military building. Does it have a training camp? Send stuff to a training camp. Is that the quest? Yeah, so we need to find one more training camp if we can. If we go to the left, we have the option of gold or wheat. If we go to the right, we are committed to wheat. We go to 8 gold. And then 150 wheat. We don't need the wheat for anything else. At least not right now. Two urban plannings? I think so. Let's do... I would like the gold. But then we have rivers to contend with. And the next encounter is going to be the last encounter we have for chance to find a training camp. And then in the finale, we need to use that training camp to send stuff to another training camp. Don't think I need the wheat as badly. Nah. Alright, you can just hang out. Alright, that's unideal, but it's happening. Garrison 12, range 2, recruit 1 arrow for each plane and 3 for each other thing. Garrison 12. One whole extra arrow for them. I really want to make this join up to the rest of the group, so I shall. And we'll do that as well. Nice. You can slot in there nicely. Belfry, we make sure is aligned with the training camp. Good. This is somewhat unideal because these Z pieces aren't exactly what I want to see here, but it's fine. That does actually fit there nicely. What was I worried about? You're going to get... Actually, we could do this instead. Then line that up with training camp. Beautiful. Having nowhere to put this square piece that's coming is really trash. Actually, you know what? I can go there. I can go there. Alright, we are going to crush them here. Swords go against arrows. And then change to axes and finish the job. Crushed it, mate. Right, can we find a second training camp? That is the question. No. No, we can't. It doesn't really matter what we take, because we can't afford to add additional buildings to our build. I mean, I could sell a bunch of this wheat for a bunch of gold, I suppose. Upgrade to an even bigger belfry. Give me more money. And the barracks would leave us with 200 gold. But we are not going to finish our quest today, which is a shame. But hopefully, real big army for this. Just go whoop in there. Hold on to one of those. This will connect to that by this piece. Turn adjacent forests into plains. Recruit. Okay, we're gonna stick that there and that in there. Then barracks. And the belfry. We will connect that with more stuff, obviously. Wooden fortress. I'm gonna sacrifice you to over here. Am I? I am. Oh, but there's nowhere good for my downtown to go because everything is just overlapping with this. Alright, I'm going to try and T-spin this in there. Then eventually that all happens. Good. Lumber camp. Honestly, I'm going to stick it. Am I going to stick it in there? I'm going to stick it in there just so that I can then lay that down flat. Even more axes. Swords. Words are hard. Tax office gain 15 for each aligned building. Interesting. Over here. Let's do this. I'm hoping this tax office is going to be massive. $60 gold is not bad at all. I would prefer to get 2 buildings on this, but one might have to suffice. We are nearing the very limit of tiles we're going to be able to place, aren't we? $26 recruit for each adjacent military building. 26. They're the same. Alright, we got 3 extra swords out of that. I think we crushed this fight. I suspect. Swords, strong against arrows. The remaining swords become axes and take out their swords, which then go up against their axes. We actually got wrecked because we had too much left over after that fight, but it's only a flesh wound. Alright, we found 1 training camp, could not find a second. Probably easier to do when you're doing a full campaign and you get 3 biomes to search for it. But hey, not a bad final score. So yeah, still very excited about all this stuff that is being talked about in the updates. And of course, the release date on May 5th. Who knows? That might interject with my moving house, depending on when that eventually happens. Nobody knows. For now, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.